Certain words carry a certain negative connotation, so we should be careful, and we have to educate, and the people who are receiving this education have to appreciate the place in which that comes from. We're not saying don't be creative. We're not saying don't be you, but
Right.
we're also saying let's be respectful of the season and time that people had to live through for
Mm-hmm.
you to have the power to use the right words, and let's choose our words correctly.
Now I like what you said right there. I like all of that. What you just said right there. Yes, yes. Let's learn to be respectful because that's what I think is the key. It with especially when white people use that word. I think the why it bothers us so much is because we know that word there's no respect there. That word has no respect. Has no value to us. So what you're saying to us is that we have no value. You're telling me that I don't value, that I don't matter. And so that's why I want our people to stop using that word. And don't go on social media and use that word, please. So what is it going to take to get to understand that even if the artist is saying this is my art, this is me vocalizing or telling you my story, that's how you view yourself. What they don't understand is that people are listening to that and they're saying this is how you view yourself. This is how you value yourself. So if you value yourself by using that N word, then yeah, it's okay for me to use it. Do you not think that?
I firmly believe that we are being watched. Everything we say is being judged, and we ought to be careful with
Mm-hmm.
the licenses we use with the platform that we have.
Yes.
You have an audience where people are listening to your voice. You have to be sure to make sure you don't give them the authority or the
Right.
right to uh, snatch your power away from you
Yes.
because of the words that you decide to use.
Yep.
And like I continue to tell people all the time, Winston Churchill said you can talk about anything to anybody if you use the right words.
Yeah.
Sometimes to be able to get your message across, you have to change up your way of talking or dealing in order to get what you're searching for. And if you're searching for somebody to look at you as an unequal participant in society, then all right, and go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Refer to yourself however you want to. But if you're looking for a place at the table and looking to be treated fairly and
Right.
equally, you have to be careful on what image that you purport out here to these bodies.
Yeah. I, Dr. Fight, he feeling me today right now. He feeling me today. I like that. I like, but you know what? Here's what we're gonna get, is that I don't care about people, my image. I don't care what people think about me. They don't know me. So what do you say to a person that says that? Because you know that's the feedback that you'll get. I don't care what anybody says about me. This is me. This is my message, my word. And then
Well, and so that goes both ways. So you can't say, this is who I am. You don't
uh-huh.
know me, yada yada yada.
Right.
But then as soon as somebody talk about what you show them,
Uh-huh.
you say, "Oh, you flipping me. Oh, you're not being fair," and this that. No,
Mm-hmm.
you don't get it both ways. You don't get a right to claim fair in judgment when you are okay with what you're putting out there in society. If you show me how you talk, how you walk, how you
Mm-hmm.
act, and I perceive you to be ignorant, then you can't say, "Oh, you judging me." No, because no, what
Yep.
you put out there in society has given me enough information to dare say that person's ignorant. Now, ignorant is not a bad thing. It just means you don't know.
Right.
So you're misinformed or miseducated
Absolutely.
on what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And so you're just ignorant. And you should be okay with that definition because you said this is how you want and this is what you want to put out
Mm-hmm.
into
Mm-hmm.
society. Now, if I've misjudged in some kind of way, then you just sit down and let's have a conversation. But don't try to tell me that you're redefining a word that already has historical definition.
Absolutely.
And, and so nobody gave you a Webster's license to be able to change the dictionary and change American history. It is what it is, long before we were born.
Oh my God. So here's my thing. There is so many lately we're seeing so many white females, and they just like using that word. What do you want to say to the white people who feel like they can use that word? I'm gonna put you. Yeah, say it. I don't want to keep seeing you all get beat up. I'm just gonna be honest. Stop. I don't want to see you keep getting beat up.
You want to get me in trouble?
You're not gonna get in trouble. You're stopping them from getting beat up is what you're doing. You're stopping them from getting assaulted because when they open up their mouth, and I've been seeing it every time I turn around, it's another video, and it's a white woman who's just so free with that N-word that is unbelievable. And I'm saying, when did you get that comfortable with saying that word? Like it's just, you're just drinking a glass of water.
When Trump was elected president. No, in all seriousness, they used to use the word freely within their own context. It wasn't until Trump made being vulgar popular publicly. You have the president of the United States being a vulgar individual publicly on camera
Yep.
for the world to see. Then it empowers his base and his group of people to be able to now come out of hiding into public. And now they're finding out with all that air in your chest, you got some videos to show that you were deflated in just a second. See, you can't come to the table being mean, nasty, cantankerous, and not deal with the ramifications that come as a result.
Right.
Now, in concealed weapons training, they teach us that what you gotta understand is people can talk all day. It's not until at some point they want to put these words to action where you become a threat, where now you can do something in retaliation. So if we're in a word battle and you feel like you want to use these words in order to defame or demean a group of people in any kind of way by calling them that name, then when words come back at you in a certain way, then you shouldn't be surprised. Because there's enough derogatory language to go around for all races and all groups.
I agree with that. Yep. Because I can use some. I ain't gonna lie and say I don't use some because I can use some.
Exactly. My wife called them beige people, but. But you know, I saw a meme earlier today on Instagram of a gym who was tearing down Black Lives Matter signs
Okay.
on public park on the fence. They had put some signs on this fence at the park, and he was tearing them down. The woman started recording them and said, "Sir, those are not your signs to tear down." He said, "This is mine." She said, "You don't own this area." He said, "I pay taxes and it belongs to the city. And since I pay my taxes, it belongs to me." And she said, "Well, Black Lives Matter." And he turned to her and said, "Not to me, they don't."
Wow.
So
wow.
he didn't use any vulgar language, but he spoke freely in how he feels. And the thing about it is, it's those type of individuals we have to sit down with and say, you know what, whether you like it or not, we ain't going nowhere.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Wow.
I mean, whether you like the fact that we're here, whether you like the fact that African Americans are trying to forge their way into society, then I mean, we're not going to stop. We're not going to, because what we have been able to accomplish with a little bit, y'all haven't even been able to accomplish with it all. And so you gotta understand that what fears you the most is what we can do with what you squander. See, at the beginning of all of this, I told in the panel discussion, I told a police officer one time, I said, what you have to understand about African Americans is that we are the designers of this country. You care what you do, we're the design. We built what you have.
Okay.
On our back, on our sweat,
right.
on our blood. What you have as a foundation of American capitalism came from the black race. Period and point blank.
Right.
You cannot deny that. So in anything, you have to, if you want to know how it works, you have to go to the manufacturer.
Okay.
Right. If your car get messed up, you take it to the dealer, and the dealer know exactly what to do in order to fix it.
Okay.
You don't open up a boat manual to fix a motorcycle. You gotta open up the manual for the one who manufactured the
Yeah,
product.
I like
in order
it.
to find the solution for the problems that you have. And what scares most races the most, they know that we possess many of the answers to some of society's problems, but they're not willing to give us a seat at the table to do what they haven't been able to accomplish. And that's why electing a president like Barack Obama scares so many people.
Right, correct. Yes,
African-American,
yes.
or even a female. It scares because females are the generators of our life civilization. We don't enter this world unless there's a woman involved. Period.
There you
It's just
go.
not
Yes.
possible.
Yeah,
It is not
absolutely.
humanly possible. And so when you have the creator of life at the table, it scares a lot of people because they've relegated women to a certain area. And that's what words do. Words place you in certain time and
Right.
spaces of life. It doesn't free you for new opportunities. And that N word, it freezes you in 300 years of slavery
Right.
and bondage,
Yep.
and doesn't free you to an opportunity of growth and possibility. So when you use that word as a Caucasian individual, you're freezing African Americans in a certain time and space
Absolutely.
of history
Yep.
without releasing them to be free to accomplish what you can't even accomplish with all the access that you have.
Woo! Man, that was so good. I almost jumped and said, amen. I'm good. Feel like I was in church for a minute. That was perfect. That was absolutely perfect. And the thing I want to come into is, I've been saying this for a long time. That's what I think our race is, the ones that the white people fear the most. And that is because, like you said, because we are the ones, the designers. I love that. We are the designers of America. And so if once we get to that table, like you said, their fear will be recognized, be realized in them. They will say, oh, okay, now we're in trouble. Because they feel like they're gonna lose things.
I mean, think about it. They gave George Washington a peanut, and he gave them 26 other
Absolutely,
dollars.
yeah.
They gave the African slave, they gave the black slave a pig, and they turned pig feet chilling.
Yeah.
They gave you more with a pig than you can do with it in all your life. But when you give us what you can't use, we will show you that it's something that we can grow.
Absolutely, absolutely. So that's why I said to us, when I actually thought about it, people are talking. What's her name that you all been talking about the weekend?
Oh, not her.
What's her name?
Candace Owens. Oh,
Candace Owens. You have heard? You heard her? Look at that.
Don't get started. We're gonna see y'all.
Oh my God, Dr. Fight said he. Oh Lord Jesus.
Okay, we're pulling her black card. She ain't even black no more. You next. Talking about Trump opened my eyes, girl. What?
Oh my God, Dr. Fight, as you're married to a black woman, I'm a black woman. As you listen to her speak, did you find there any value in anything that she said?
No.
Now I'm gonna be honest. I didn't like overall a lot of things that she said, but when she spoke about, the amount of absentee fathers, in the African American home,
She was trying.
and she was talking about, the education or the lack of education in certain communities, in the black communities.
Hold on, I'm gonna help you with this.
Okay, help me with
Let
this.
me explain this. She was trying to pacify the crowd because all that bull she was talking. I don't care. When you say some wrong stuff, some effed up stuff, you always try to come back with something right so you can get the crowd to say, oh yeah, you good, cause no. What she said before, that's what she really feel. No. Candace Owens is full of crap.
And Dr. Fight, the floor will be yours. Dr. Fight is like, he said, I can't.
Over the weekend, we had a lot of diarrhea of the mouth.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, from Terry Crews to Candace Owens. I mean, it's been.
What did Terry Crews say? I missed it.
Next segment.
Dr. Fight. Okay, hold on. Brianna said we got to go to a break. She said, hold on, hold that thought.